Are you looking to start your own cleaning company? Or maybe you started your cleaning company, but you just need a support group, some mentorship, some guidance. Hell, a bidding calculator just to help you know if you're pricing the job correctly. Join us at cleanbiznetwork.app. That's www.cleanbiznetwork.app today and get on the right track with your cleaning company. We have everything you could possibly need to get you going in the right direction, and see why we've been the leading cleaning business consulting company for the past 5 years, and why they call me, AJ Simmons, the cleaning business GOAT. So I can help you just like I've helped and my company has helped thousands of other people start and grow their cleaning companies. Go to the number one source today, www.cleanbiznetwork.app. Thank you.
To the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
Let me come on here.
Huh?
Uh-oh. All right, technical difficulties as usual with me. I needed my fearless leader, AJ Simmons, but you have me, Mr. Sherman Lewis Jr., here with you guys on the Automations live today. So hopefully you guys are ready to go, because I am ready to talk about automations. While I got you here, we're going to be here for probably about 30 to 45 minutes. So I want to make sure that you all are, that every question is answered as quickly as possible. I want to make sure everybody knows that I take your questions seriously. So hopefully you'll go ahead and you're ready for you're ready to interact, you're ready to engage, you're ready to learn something about automations. I am Sherman Lewis Jr. I am the owner of Squeaky Clean Commercial Cleaning Company here in not here, but in South Carolina. I'm also the founder of Clean Success Academy, which is a coaching program, program that we created. Also Clean Success VA Staffing Solutions, which handles VAs. And the way that I was able to create all of those and to be able to manage them is through the CBN Automations course and the information that I learned from there. So hopefully I can share some of the information that I've learned that have gotten me to the point that I'm at right now. Like I said, when I first started talking, I was saying here in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm actually not in South Carolina. So that's why I kind of paused, because that kind of goes in line with what I want to talk about today and how the automations has allowed me to gain back a lot of my freedom, right? I'm able to spend time with family. I'm able to do things that aren't necessarily tied to the business, but the business can still run. And that's because I have my business automated. Now, I'm not going to say it's automated completely 100%, because that is not the case. That is not true. I'm not going to lie to you, right? But I'm slowly but surely, I'm getting everything to the point where my business will be fully automated and I don't have to physically be there in order for it to work. And that's where we want to get you guys today. We want to get you to the point where you're not spending all of your time working in your business, because working in your business is going to make it real difficult for you to level to a certain point, right? You're going to start to hit a wall. You're going to start to hit a ceiling of how much you can do, right? So you need to get to the point where you can take your business and you can delegate accounts, you can delegate tasks that need to be done in the office, on the admin side, the operations side. You want to be able to delegate that stuff, and that's going to help you to automate and to level up your business. So that's what we're going to talk about, and then some questions that you guys may have in reference to the automations. But for all of you that are on here right now, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. If you want to know more about automations and you don't want to ask it here, go to the automations see what AJ is talking about. He has a video that talks about the automations and everything that it does. You can schedule a call with him or with me, and we can talk about how automations can take your business to the next level and how automations can help you to grow your business. Okay. So let's go in and see some of the shout outs I want to give to the people that are actually watching. I see we have a nice number of people that are watching. So please do me a favor. If you have your questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I'm going to get to them as quickly as I can within the time that we have allotted. So let's start with, we have Miss Susie Billick, looks like it. Hopefully I got that correct, from Tennessee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you taking the time to come here and watch us. And hopefully you have some questions that we can answer. And as a matter of fact, it looks like you do. It says, does your CRM integrate with phone systems such as Dialpad? Integrate in the reference in the aspect that you can forward your number. So if you have a business number or anything like that, you can forward that number to your CRM. You're going to have to get a phone number through the CRM in order for it to work. I don't know a workaround at this point. I would have to, kind of find out a little bit more about what you have set up and how Dialpad works. But I have another number through another company that we used when I first started the business, and I still keep that number, just because it's a number that people may know or are familiar with, and they call that number. That number is forwarded to my CRM and it's answered that way. So yes, it does work. We also, and we have Miss Trenzy 5923 from Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you have any questions, and hopefully we can answer your questions to help you elevate your business to the next level. We have Assured Comfort Clean. What's going on? Comfort Clean from Florence, Alabama. You guys are doing big things down there in Alabama. Keep doing what you're doing. We're watching. I like all of your YouTube, not YouTube, but Instagram videos. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Miss Tish Dinkins from Las Vegas. What's going on? How you doing? I used to live in Las Vegas for a couple of years. Charleston Tidy, Mr. Trevino and family. Hello, what's going on, sir and ma'am and everybody? If you aren't familiar with Charleston Tidy, he has a YouTube, I believe it's YouTube, but definitely on social media. He's doing putting some amazing things out there. If you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area and you want a mentor to kind of follow, you want to get some information from somebody that's in the business, that's doing big things, you want to hook up with Trevino Reed and Charleston Tidy. Definitely, they're doing big things down there. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. We also have Mauricio Linton, 8155, OPEC Cleaning Pros in Colorado. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming on here and kind of spending some time with me. We'll chat a little bit about automations. So let's talk, right? So right now, I'm not home. I'm in another location. We came to watch my daughter, who is she's a senior in high school, and she's going to college, and she is in dance. So she is about to, well, actually she did it this morning, where she had to audition for dance programs in different colleges. So a group of students come from all over. I think mainly it's the East Coast, right? Oh, well, all over. Well, I guess the region or whatever. They come to, it's regional. So it's regional. They come down here, they perform in front of a lot of different dance programs, and they get the opportunity of getting scholarships in dance, right? And they're also performing and stuff like that. So I'm here, was able to come down here last night and spend a few days and stuff like that. But the cool thing about that is that, when I started the business, I wanted to start the business because it was like, okay, well, I wanted to be able to have free time. But when you start a business, you realize that free time is the last thing you're going to have when you first start a business. I don't know if anybody else is in the same position that I was in, but when you start a business, you're grinding 24 hours, well, not really 24 hours, but it seems like 24 hours because, you go to sleep, grinding, you wake up and you're getting right back to it. because you're trying to make the business grow, you're trying to make it profitable, and you're trying to make it flow. But you get so busy with all the things that you have to do, from trying to get clients, cold calling, door knocking, email campaigns, uh, doing networking events, all that other stuff, and then still trying to run a business by, doing the cleans, hiring people if you can hire people, and the list just goes on and on and on. And if you were anything like me and you had to go through those things, time was the last thing I had. I was running out of it every day, as we all do. We run out of it. We only have 24 hours in a day to kind of get through it. So how do you beat that? How do you kind of win your time back? Well, being in automations, I got into the automations and I learned how to automate, how to delegate, how to systemize a lot of things that I wasn't doing. Right. And it helped me take my business to the next level because it gave me the time back that I wanted to get initially when I first started, but I didn't know how to do it. I had no idea. Right. But when I got into the automations course, it allowed me to kind of systemize everything that I was doing, from the most minute thing to the biggest thing, like invoicing or proposals or anything like that. It allowed me to automate that. And that was such an amazing thing where, it felt like there was a weight lifted off me. So, I got a quick question. It's a few people on here watching. Hopefully we get some more people, and hopefully you guys stay engaged and you ask questions. But out of all the people that are on here, by not even a show of hands, do me a favor in the chat. Do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat if you currently own a cleaning business, right? Because automations isn't just set up mainly for cleaning business; it's more service based. But we at Clean Biz Network are a cleaning business kind of networking group, mentoring group, coaching group that kind of focuses on the cleaning business, but the tools that we use are service based. All right. So we have a lot of ones in the chat. We have Miss Tish Dinkins, Maids of Macon, Karen Denton. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah. So okay. So we're talking to the right people, but like I said, it's not just cleaning business. It's focused on more service based. All right. So here's another question. All right. So everybody that just responded, from you guys that responded, do you currently use a CRM, or are you still running things from your phone and from memory? I admit that that's what I was doing for a long time. So put a 2 in the chat if you are still running your business. Let's put it this way. Just put it this way. So if you're using a CRM, type CRM in the chat, right? And if you're not, just put not. All right. I want to see how many people are actually using a CRM or something that's helping them to automate the business. Right. I see Miss Karen Denton is on there. She says, hey, fam, how you doing, ma'am? I appreciate you always supporting. Really, really appreciate it. Assured Cleaning, Comfort Clean. I have the automations. Love it. Love it. So yeah, do me a favor, Assured Cleaning. Tell me, some of the things that you use the automations for in your business. I see you guys are doing big things in Alabama, and I'm just curious. Okay. Okay, good. Such great engagement. I appreciate it, guys. So Natural Jesse 7362 said, we are a notary business and use the similar automations. Yes. So like I said, a service-based, this is more for service-based industries, not just cleaning business owners. So don't just get discouraged because you hear Clean Biz Network or cleaning business automations. It's more service-based, right? So we have some more people in the chat that are saying CRM, Natural Jesse. That's supposed to be off. My apologies for that. Can you cut that off a little bit? All right. We have Mauricio Linton says CRM. Awesome. Okay. All right. So is it the Clean Biz Network CRM, or is it another CRM? As a matter of fact, let's do this. If you're not using the Clean Biz Network CRM, let me know what CRMs that you're using, because I would like to kind of get a poll of how that's going and how you guys are using that. Miss Karen Denton says, did I put that up here? Not, I use my website. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But you're definitely a seasoned veteran when it comes to the cleaning business, Miss Denton. So we appreciate you. Assured Cleaning CRM. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is great. Sending proposals. Yeah. So talking about sending proposals, and I don't want to kind of divert from what I'm kind of trying to talk about today, but in the CRM, the Clean Business Network CRM, you can customize your proposals going out to the clients that you're trying to bring in. Initially, it was kind of a set template, but right now you can customize it however you want to. You can put pictures. One thing that I put in my proposals when I'm sending them off, of course, I add, and I'm not sure if everybody does that, but if you don't do it, it's probably something you should do, is add your W-4 information, your insurance information, all of that stuff I add in my proposals when I send to them, because once you get the account, or if you get the account, they're going to ask you that in the first place, right? So a lot of people don't put that stuff in there. But what I found is that when I go ahead and add that all in information, my insurance information, or COI, certificate of insurance, what they'll call it, is that it kind of puts me ahead of a lot of people that don't naturally do it, the people that are new in the business that may not be familiar with everything that goes in there. And it kind of makes you look professional, right? And another thing that we also add in our proposals, after we do our walkthroughs, we create a video, right after the walkthrough. And we kind of, in the video, we talk about, hey, we appreciate you giving us the opportunity to kind of walk through your facility. This is some of the things that we noticed and what we want, how we would, if we were to get this account, how we would attack each, let's say, pain point that they may have, whether it be high dusting or consistency or anything like that. And we would feed off of that in our video that we have and make it personal to that client. And that kind of helps us, once again, puts us in a whole nother level when it comes to other companies, because how many companies do you know that are doing a personal video, customized video to the client after you do a walkthrough, and you're actually putting that into the proposal. So that's something that you have the ability of doing if you use an automation, or if you use a CRM and you automate that, you can put all of that in your customized proposals. Okay, let's keep going. So Maurice Linton says, I use Jobber. Okay, I'm familiar with Jobber. I actually used it. I actually use it for certain things. I don't use it for my automations and stuff like that. But yeah, I've used Jobber before also. We have Natural Jesse says, Sabrina AI, it's a go high level, white level for the notary industry. Oh, cool. So if you're familiar, you're familiar with the go high level then, because that's the foundation of what the CBN CRM is based off of. It's off of go high level. So you'll be familiar with it and you'll be accustomed to it if you were to use it. But you already have something, I understand that. But in reference to automations, what types of automations do you use for the notary business? I'm really curious as how you use it for the notary business. So do me a favor, put that in the chat and let me know. Miss Kara says, I need a CRM. I was using another. I forgot the name. So you're not using the CRM. Okay. So I would be curious to know, Ms. Den, how I know that you're doing very, very well when it comes to the cleaning business. I know you're bringing in accounts, right? You have your cleaners, whether it be subcontractors or W-2 employees. If you don't have a CRM at the level that you are, how do you manage all of that? Are you using, I think you said website, but kind of go in a little bit more about how you're using that. I'm just curious to know. And what do you think would help you to kind of automate all of that stuff? Because it seems like, just from a little bit of what you said, that automations would help you out a lot. And I don't remember if you're actually in the automations program. And if you're not, let's talk, because we can definitely help you out. But I would like to know how you are handling that. Just curious. Wichita Pro Cleaner said, I appreciate the tips, Mr. Lewis. Is there a tutorial on how to upload the proposals in your forms off into your proposals? I'm not quite sure I understand that. Hold on, I think you went back and you kind of restated it. How to upload your documents inside the proposals and tutorials on that. Okay. Not sure if I understand the question. But so if you're asking how do you is there a way that you can download or upload your oh, okay. All right, I think I know what you're talking about. So if you're talking about in reference to when I was talking about the certificate of insurance or the W, whatever you want to put in there, right? Yeah, you can. What I do is there's something called a screenshot that you could take. And as a matter of fact, Wichita Pro, you are CBN. Are you a CBN? You're a CBN member, aren't you? If you're a CBN member, hit me up. I will send you a video on how to do it. All right, because your family, you're in the network. I'll send you a direct video on exactly how to do it. But it's basically taking a screenshot, right? And you're taking that screenshot and you're uploading it onto one of the pages. I make my pages separate pages, so I'm for time I'm not going to go into it because once I go into it, it'll be a long drawn out kind of explanation. But you can take a screenshot on your computer, a snippet on your computer, save that picture, and you can upload that picture to a page, right? And that page can be your certificate of insurance. The next page can be, whatever other insurance you want to kind of upload, and you can do it that way. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. If not, just hit me up on the side and I can kind of go more in depth and make it more customized to you. All right. Maids of Macon says I use Square. Okay, cool. I've used Square before. I missed it, and my leads come directly to me. Okay, cool. All right. So I still think there's a way that the automating and the CRM can be beneficial to you. It will basically centralize everything that you're doing as opposed to going to a bunch of different things, which is one of the reasons why I really like the CRM, because I had so many different software. I had Jobber. I've used House Call Pro. I had Jotform, different clock-in software and stuff like that, scheduling apps. I had so many things. And then when I sat down one time and I started adding up the costs of each one of those subscriptions that I had, and it was insane, absolutely insane. And I told myself, you know what? There's got to be a way to kind of reduce these expenses that I'm having on software, and I wasn't really using the CRM because I really didn't kind of understand what a CRM was at the time. And then I started learning about it, and I started learning how to do automations, how to create workflows, how to manage social media within the CRM, which the CRM does, how to do email campaigns. All of that stuff I was able to do within the CRM, and I was able to get rid of a lot of the tedious or the expensive expenses that I had from all these different softwares, because everything was right in the one software, right? And just in case for anybody that just came in and you guys don't know what we're talking about, this is the Clean Biz Automations Live. We're talking about automations and how automations can help you, how automations has helped me in my business. If you are interested, go to cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. Click on the button in there. It's going to be a video to tell you about automations. You can get on a call with me or AJ to talk about the automations at any time, just to see how we can help take your business to the next level. But like I said before, automations is what's allowing me to kind of have the time that I said I wanted to get, because it's taken a lot of stuff off my plate. It's allowed me to create other businesses in addition to the cleaning business that I have, because I was able to automate things. So let's keep moving on with some questions. And I think I answered this one, or yes, I did. Let's go to the next one. We have Natural Jesse 7362 says booking confirmations, appointment reminders, follow-ups, review requests, offer campaigns, newsletters. Okay, cool, man. And I think that was in reference to me asking what you use yours for. Let me make sure that's okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're with the notary. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's actually what we use it for, right? So booking confirmations and stuff like that. So one thing that I realize and that I've learned is that a lot of times we lose our accounts, or accounts kind of fall by the wayside because of follow-up. lack of follow-up, knowing when to follow up, remembering to follow up, right? Reminders for invoices, reminders to if you have it in your contract, reminding clients, hey, it's been a year, it's a new year. Now is your rate is going up at this point, as we discussed, or as was placed in your service proposal or in your proposals. Every year there's an increase in your rate. Reminders for that. Reminders to uh, reach out to maybe accounts that you didn't get, kind of follow-ups for accounts that decide, or clients that decided not to go with you. Checking up on them to see how they're doing, seeing if they're in the market for a new cleaning company, stuff like it's so many things that you can do, right? The list is absolutely amazing. Or the list is absolutely, so long that, there are things on here that I didn't even know it could do that I'm learning every day, right? So I'm not saying that to kind of make it seem like it's overwhelming. But what I'm saying is that the sky is the limit. You can do so many things with the CRM that can be consolidated into one location, as opposed to having all these different subscriptions. Just the other day, let's put it this way. So I got a notification. While I was driving somewhere. I think I was going to get some supplies or something like that. That someone had scheduled a walkthrough, right? And they had scheduled a walkthrough from a link on my website that takes them to an actual form that they can fill out to kind of find out how much a service would cost. So it's an instant commercial quote that they can go in right on my website, type in the square footage, they can type in all the information in reference to their facility. They can also put in what their current budget is and all that other stuff. And when they fill that stuff out, what happens is it gives them an approximate or an estimate of what services would cost, right? So they're in there typing all the stuff in, they submit it. They get a message saying, thank you for filling out this form for cleaning services. We can clean your facility for approximately whatever number. Let's say $1,000. Let's make it a nice small number. Let's $500 a month, right? Please schedule a time, or please go to this link to schedule a time for a representative to come out and walk through your facility to give you a more accurate and customized quote, right? After that happens, they'll schedule that. I'll get a notification. Hey, someone has filled out this form. They have given me all of the information about the business or their facility. I know what their budget is. I know what time that they decided that they want to have a walkthrough, and the walkthrough is already scheduled for me. Now, I have literally done nothing. I've done nothing. I haven't reached out to them. They reach out to me by going to the website, going to my social media, whatever, and clicking on that link and filling out the form, right? That's an automation. Now, normally what would happen is I would have to call somebody. I would have to do cold calls. I would have to do email campaigns or anything like that. That takes time, right? That takes a lot of time, right? But that just happened just because somebody else went to Google, saw my information, went to the site, filled out that information, and I got the notification. Hey, on this day at this time, you'll be meeting with this person. And this is the layout of the scope, not really the scope of work, but this is the size of their facility. This is what their budget is. This is all that other stuff, right? How many times do you go and you do a walkthrough and people don't want to give you their budget, right? They don't want to give you their budget. They don't want to share information like that. You got to try to figure it out. And sometimes it's uncomfortable for us newer cleaners. We're not confident in saying, hey, what's your budget? Which I'm not anymore. I ask now, but in the beginning I was afraid to ask. I wasn't confident enough, right? But they'll do it right for you if you put it on a form, you put it on your website, you put it on your social media. So it makes it really, really simple, really, really easy. And if they fill that form out, guess what? It's no longer a cold lead. That's a warm lead, if not a hot lead, because you know that they are actively looking for cleaning, right? If they weren't actively looking for cleaning, they wouldn't have reached out to you. Now, here's the thing with that. If they, say for instance, they decide not to schedule an appointment with you, right? You still have their information because once they go to that form and they fill in their information, you know that that's a person. It goes right into your CRM and in your contacts. So you know that person was interested at some point in time. So now what you could do is at a later time, a later date or whatever, you could reach back out to them. Hey, we saw back in, January, you were interested in cleaning services and we want to reach out to you and see if you were still interested. If see if you're still interested in cleaning services, we can come out there and give you a free quote and no obligation to you. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they take it, whether they have a cleaner or not. So automations is absolutely amazing. It's been amazing for me and it helped take me to another level. So they can do the same thing for you. So yeah, Ms. Karen said, yes, automations would help me out a lot. I just suffer with learning tech stuff. Understood. I definitely understand that. And we deal with a lot of people that have the same issue, and that's not a problem. I actually like teaching people this stuff. It's fun to me. I know my wife gets tired of hearing me talk about it because I'll talk for hours, but I'm not going to do that today because we're at 6:38. I'm not talking for hours. It's my relax kind of time. It's kind of like a semi-vacation, but so I'm not going to be on here forever. So I'm not going to talk about this. Ms. Den says attach it with a paper clip. Yes, if you do a paper copy, yes, you can do that. And I don't steer against that. You can send it digitally, but you can also go by and drop it off. Sometimes it's a lot better to just see people face to face when you're doing, and we're talking about proposals. Yeah, sometimes it's a lot better to just go face to face. Wichita Pro Cleaner says, yes, sir. Wichita says, thank you. Yes, no problem. At any time, feel free to reach out. And if you have any questions in reference to automations or anything like that, we can help you out. Like I said, if you're in the market for automating your business, taking your business to the next level, you want to go to cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. Look at the video, get information on the automations program, how this automations can take you to the next level. I don't like talking numbers, but when I got into the automations program, I went to 6 figures and I went to more than 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? And this too can happen to you. You want to set yourself up so that you're creating a business that can continue to increase, continue to grow, continue to elevate. And in order to do that, you have to start automating things. You have to start delegating things, and you have to start taking yourself out of working in your business and start working on your business so that you can grow it. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. All right, Ms. Denton says, I like where my proposal program tells me when they open it. Absolutely. The automations, the CRM does that. You can see how many times they open it. So I actually created one of the kind of automations that I have set up for mine. And I believe the automations people have it also. I can tell how many times they open it without going in and actually looking at it. In the CRM, you have to go in and go to the actual proposal and kind of view how many times they looked at it. I have it set up that I get notified every time they click on it and they open it. Right. And that's just another automations in addition to the CRM that we created. So now you're getting a ding on your phone. Oh, he opened it. Oh, they opened it again. Oh, they opened it again. Right. So now okay, this is a perfect time for me to possibly, maybe not immediately, but this is a perfect kind of time frame. Hey, let me shoot them a message. Hey, I'm just checking to follow up. See if you have any questions in reference to the proposal. We sent it to you on this day. Please feel free to reach out, whatever. Right. So that they're actively paying attention to that proposal, and you send them a message. Oh, this must be a coincidence. They don't know that you can see when they open a proposal. They don't know that. But this is something that you can use in your favor. And as a reminder, hey, I need to follow up with these people. All right. Ms. Denton says that's what's needed. Then you can follow exactly what I was saying. You can absolutely follow up because like I said before, we lose a lot of accounts from the follow-up. We're not consistent with our follow-up. We don't know when to follow up. You can create an automation that says, hey, after say 24 hours or after this person opens this proposal, a certain time after that, they can, hey, follow up with them, contact them, reach out to them to see if you have any questions or if we can kind of explain anything that's in the proposal. So we're at 6:42. I don't see any more questions in here. Do me a favor, if you have any more questions, let me know. Put it in the chat real quick. I'm gonna sign off in a few minutes. But also, while I have you, before you leave this live, I want you to go to www.cleanbizuniversity.com/automations and check it out. See if this is something that can help you, because like I said, it's helped me. It's helped many other people. We have so many people in the automations program now that is killing it, and we want you to be a part of it also. So definitely come and join us. Let's see, we have Natural Jesse says, I like to see how different industries use automations. I watch a lot of your, oh, whoa, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And be engaged. If there's something that, we haven't talked about in reference to automations, feel free to reach out to me and AJ, and we'll kind of get it out there for you. We'll reach out to you, either make a video or we'll kind of reply to your comment or anything like that. But we want to definitely keep everybody as informed about automations as possible, because it's the thing that's going to help level you up and take you to the next level. I promise you it's going to. You have to commit to it. You have to be consistent. You have to be dedicated. But it'll definitely help. All right, quick question. What if I have a Go High Level system? Is that still okay to join CBN? Absolutely. Absolutely. Just reach out to, let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. That's an AJ. He's more familiar with how to do that, but you can absolutely do that. So reach out to AJ, go to cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. And I believe you can go in there and schedule kind of a call, and you can discuss it with them or one of the people on the team. Okay. But yeah, you can absolutely do that. And yes, I sure will do. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Cool beans. All right. So once again, before I sign off, my name is Sherman Lewis Jr. I am the owner of Squeaky Clean here not here, once again, in South Carolina. I am the founder of Clean Success Academy, which is a coaching program. Also, I am the founder of Clean Success VA Staffing Solutions. And one more thing, I am an author. I authored a book called The Invisible Bottleneck, and The Invisible Bottleneck talks about what is the bottleneck, or what is the thing that is stopping you from taking your business to the next level and growing your business. A lot of people don't realize it, or they don't identify what the bottleneck in your business is. Is it systems? Is it onboarding? Is it whatever? Figuring out what that issue is in your company that's stopping it from going to the next level, identifying it, and rectifying that issue, creating a solution to that to help take your business to the next level. It's called The Invisible Bottleneck. You can get it on YouTube. So I'm sorry, did I say YouTube? Because I'm talking on YouTube. My apologies. You can get it on Amazon. All right. And soon you'll be able to get a personalized copy on my website, but that's coming down later on. But I am about to get off. I'm about to go and have a bourbon with my wife. Well, I'm gonna have a bourbon. I don't know what she's gonna have, but this is relaxation time. Miss Denton, thank you. Let's go, Sherman. I appreciate you guys. Once again, thank you. My name is Sherman Lewis from Squeaky Clean, Clean Success Academy, and Clean Success VA Staffing Solutions. We will catch you next time. Do me a favor, if you're interested in taking your business once again to another level, we're going to be on tomorrow. If you need coaching, you want to get into the 10-10 program. So we are going to be live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So definitely make sure you check us out. With that being said, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. And I'm
headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.